Welcome to MY SSP Kit Online. It's your online home for the Integrated SSP Kit. Everything you need to teach each week lives here. So that's your user guide, screen displays, printable resources, screening tools, and the catch-up resources. This short video will walk you through your MY SSP Kit Online from top to bottom, so you know exactly where everything is and how to use it each week. So the page is organised into 4 zones. Across the top are your essential supports. So that includes things like the user guide, screening, the generic daily review, and this navigation video. On your left, you're going to see the Year 3 programs organised by term, with an overview of each phonic concept covered in each of the term sequence. On the right-hand side, you'll see the catch-up programs. This is for students who need targeted support at an earlier point in the sequence. Again, with an overview of each phonic concept covered in the term's teaching. At the bottom, down here, you can access the training videos organised by term. The user guide is your first stop. It explains the structure of the kit, the teaching sequence, and how the resources fit together. This is information you can find inside your physical books, but it now also lives on MY SSP for easy reference. Next spot is your screening. So the screening tools will help you place students accurately, so you know which students will follow the term programs and which will follow the catch-up programs. Next one is a generic review. This gives you a ready-made review structure that you can use any week. And finally, this training video tile here is where you'll find this walkthrough whenever you need a refresher. Let's take a closer look at your whole class teaching. So the Year 3 program on the left side follows the term tiles in order. Each tile shows the stage being taught that term with a preview of the weekly sequence, so you can see the scope of the term at a glance. Hovering over the program's drop-down, you're going to see the additional buttons available. So the first option, the one with the printer, will be your printable resources from the Year 3 manual. So clicking on this will open a new tab. On the first page, you'll see an overview of the tasks completed on each day. Generally, the speech to print tasks and the dictation tasks are the ones you're going to want to print off before your whole class teaching. So let's have a look at the weeks down here and the pages here. So let's say I'm in week 6 and I'm wanting to print out the speech to print and the phonic dictation. So I'll have a look at week 6 and I'll see that the page I need is 53. So I can go down to the bottom bar here and type in 53. Okay, and you'll see that that brings up my speech to print task. Now, the very next page will be my dictation task as well. So to be able to print that, all I have to do is click on the little printer icon. Okay. And you'll see that I can go to pages, customize, and I want to print pages 53 to 54 here. Okay, and you'll see that that brings up the pages that I wanted. Consider how many students you have in that group. So for example, let's say I have 15 in that group, then I'm going to be able to print all of those out quickly and easily. Let's head back to our overview again. Let's explore the other options. So now I also have my screen display options here. You'll see that we have a version 1 and a version 2. Version 1 are our old displays and version 2 are our new and improved version. So we recommend you select V2 here. So once clicking on that, it's going to open into a new tab. And let's say, for example, that we want to go to week 6. So I'm going to click down on the side here and it will skip forward into week 6. Let's have a little bit of a look at our slides here. So this first one, you can see that it gives me the phonic concept with a script for how to introduce the phonic concept, and it gives us some words that we could use to practice in the area for phonic words, and also a short sentence if we wish. Moving to the next page, you'll start to see where our high frequency word teaching is with a reducing scaffold across days. So day 1, the initial teaching, has got the script down the side here. Moving to day 2, you can see that we've got slightly reduced scaffolding and scripting. and day 3 provides none of the scripting and support here. Moving on, we have a more detailed view of this week's learning with our words larger, our phonic concept again, and also a vocabulary element of spell the word that means. So for example, spell the word that means, a sign or message that tells you to be careful. Well, that would be a warning. You'll see what makes our digital displays so great is that we actually integrate last week's learning and the previous fortnight's learning. So the concepts that were covered across there will be integrated into this week's teaching. We also have the speech to print task ready for you to model, as well as the dictation task as well. Now, in any classroom, we will have students working behind the teaching sequence. So that's where our catch-up programs come in. There's 11 programs starting with stage 3A to C, then stage 2A to D, and then we also have our stage 1 program. So that's from target 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just remember that if you scroll, you're able to see all of the programs here. Now, your screening results tell you which program your class needs, and so which you will have decided after putting your students' data into the PLD tracking sheets and grouping them accordingly. These resources are the same as our Year 3 programs in that you can hover over and you'll see the manual, and you'll also see our 2 screen display options too. Let's have a look at the Stage 2D catch-up program. Now, I love this catch-up program because it's a review of most of the concepts covered across Stage 2. It's a really great one to do. Now, if I click into that, I'm going to go into the screen displays again. Now, just like before, we can go onto the side and click into the week we want. So let's click into week 6. And we're going to see it's got the same setup. So our phonic concept with those scripting. We've got the heart high frequency word teaching with that reducing scaffold. We've got more information on this week's learning with our phonic concepts, those words larger, and the vocabulary element as well. We've got last week's learning and also a fortnight ago's learning as well added in. That speech to print task for this week and the dictation task for this week are added too, so you're able to model to your class. So how do we use these digital displays in the classroom when working across multiple groups, concepts? Now, we have multiple tabs open. If we go to, let's say that we've got a group that's in term 2, we had a group that was in stage 2, and we might also have a group that's still in stage 1 target 4 as an example. We recommend using a clicker that is set up to switch between your tabs, because we think that being able to switch effortlessly between that will help the flow of your lesson. So I have a Logitech R500 wireless presenter clicker with Logitech Options Plus software installed into my computer, and it looks something like this. I've set up my clicker so that it will still go backwards and forwards with a short click, but if I hold down on the forwards or backwards button, it's actually going to switch between my tabs. You can visit our Q&A section for a detailed instruction on setting this up for your device. And heading back to my tabs, you'll see that I'm able to say, let's say we're in week 6 for each of these. I'm going to quickly move to week 6 for each of them. Okay, and I can see using my clicker, I'll be able to go backwards and forwards easily, but I can also hold down and switch over to my next tab and easily again, backwards and forwards, and going between the tabs with long clicks. In summary, you've learned how to navigate your My SSP Kit online, how to print off the printable in-class resources from your Year 3 manual, how to use the new screen display materials, and locate our catch-up programs. For further coaching videos, take a look at the training videos listed below.
If you found this information useful, don't forget to click the subscribe button and check out our related videos shown here. If you have any questions or feedback, please add them to the comments below and we'll be sure to respond. Otherwise, you can reach us via live chat on our website, pld-literacy.org. Thanks again for viewing.